I've done a lot of research into cults over the years, both individual cults and cult leaders, as well as the broader principles of how cults operate. Now, there are certain religious cults. The Jehovah's Witnesses are certainly a cult. Mormonism is fairly benign. I don't know if I would call it a cult today, but when it originated with Joseph Smith, it fit the definition of a cult to a T. But there's also psychological cults. Scientology is one. There are financial cults. A lot of MLMs are cults. There are financial guru cults. And there are addiction recovery cults like Alcoholics Anonymous, which I would actually probably put under the umbrella of a religious cult, essentially. But it's tied to some other ideas. It's fundamentally religious. And I want to get into that because a lot of people think that that's a bit harsh. I don't think it is. But very few cults or cult leaders are anything like Charles Manson and the Manson family. There was something really different about Charlie and the things he did, the ways he inspired his followers, and the impact they had on society. So if you want to go read a crime drama that's a true page turner, go read Helter Skelter. It's weirder than you might think. And so I want to do more info on some of these organizations and cults. There are also political cults. Let's not forget that. I mean, communism was a political cult. A lot of the social justice ideologies today are political cults, but in practice, they function very much like a religion. So I would say not all cults are intrinsically religious in nature, but they generally tend to, in practice, function like a religion. So anyway, I was watching some Charles Manson videos today, and a couple of them made a light bulb go off in my head about how Manson was able to use his charisma to brainwash people, and how I'm going to make the case that even if you don't believe in the ability to literally cast a magic spell, that the concept of a magic spell is a valid concept, even if it doesn't involve anything metaphysical and it's psychological. You can use a spell is basically using somebody's mind and altering it and planting your own ideas in there. And that's, you could say that hypnosis is a form of that, and how he was effectively able to hypnotize people using even some of the classical hypnotist and magician tricks such as redirection, but in a very complex and nuanced way. He was also very unique in the fact that he had all of these different personas, and he was able to use one and then use another and switch to another person. And dissociative identity disorder is a construct, a psychological construct for how fractured personas can all exist and come out at different times. Used to be known as split personality disorder. But generally, people with that don't have control over it. Manson had the ability to consciously and intentionally bring out certain personas to do certain jobs and then pull out another one when he needed to. And psychopaths are usually very good at showing different sides to themselves and being what they need to be to other people. But Manson did it in such a stark way that when you can look at different pictures of him just having different facial expressions. And even in the book Helter Skelter, it had like a page with all of these different pictures of Manson. And it's not like looking at people, a person who is in different moods. It feels like you're looking like at different people. Like he would look like a cherub in one, and he would look like a sneaky demonic figure in another, and all these different things. But anyway, so I just wanted to bring that up. As a prelude to what I have to say about an epiphany that I had about how he was actually able to brainwash people and, in effect, cast psychologically a magic spell over people. And I was going to include that in this video, but I'll just make that in a separate video. So I'll mention that separately. I'm trying to keep my videos in shorter chunks, so they're easier to watch through. So the purpose of this is just to say, here's some of my thoughts and observations on Manson, why he was a fascinating character, why he was unique, and like a little bit about how he operated and in the context of cults, cult leaders, and just charismatic leaders in general. And I'm going to tie that into why that's relevant in today's day and age, with the emergence of new cults. We're seeing them arise. And not all of them are crystallized into full-blown cults yet. Some are. There's social justice cults on the left. There are right-wing cults like QAnon. Because this is the greatest time of social upheaval since the 60s, and I want to talk about why social upheaval is conducive to the creation of cults and charismatic leaders that can lead people astray, so that we can be on guard for that happening again. So those are my thoughts on Manson, cults, charisma, and give me a like if you want, subscribe, give me a comment if you have any thoughts, or anything you'd like me to expand on, or anything you disagree with. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm making a lot of different types of videos, because I have a lot of different interests, from UFOs to Manson to psychedelics to politics, and I'm gonna keep diversifying. So thanks for watching.